What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with more UnoX here on PCM 2021, and we have plenty of big Cobble classics coming up in this one. Very exciting stuff indeed, but Marcus Houlgaard has increased from 74, I think, to 76 Cobble right now. Massive for us, and hopefully will lead to a few great results today. And looking at the calendar, you can see we do start with the Tour de Haut Var, but then we have Omloop, Kuurne, the Royal Bernard Drôme Classic, other Belgian classics like Le Samyn as well, and we'll just see how far we can get through the calendars today, but definitely Omloop Het Nieuwsblad is the big race coming up. But the Tour de Haut Var is a very puncher-friendly race. Lots of hills coming up across all of the stages. So let's take a look at our squads. We will be led actually by Marcus Houlgaard in the build-up to Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, and he is definitely our clear leader at this race. Rasmus Tiller not quite on peak form, but you can see the rest of our guys. Widerberg is here too, but Houlgaard is our main rider. Not the best day for Marcus Houlgaard here, -1. So I have decided to throw Idar Andersen into the breakaway. I do believe he is the guy who attacks on the first stage of the Tour of the Alps in real life this season. So a very strong flat rider and pretty well rounded as well. A pretty nice talent to have in the team. So we are going to try and take the KOM jersey here today with Andersen. It's proving quite difficult so far. We're second again at the second climb of the day, and we are racking up some points. It could be a tight battle though. Next KOM coming up. Is it going to be another second place? 3 second places so far, which does put us 1 point behind Pastions at the front. So Pastions is our main rival right now, and he is right to the back of this group. So I think if we can keep him there, up the tempo early. 1k to go. Attack right now. We'll keep it a low attack for sure. 500 meters left, and we're going all in for this KOM. Pastions is gone. That is perfect, but can we take any points? I think we were second again. Anyway, we do go up to 12 points, and I think we look good to take this jersey because Pastions looks cooked. By the way, I didn't show you the start list at this race. It is super strong. We have Lopez, Quintana, Hindley, Dan Martin, Schachmann as well. So a GC win is going to be difficult, but let's see what we can achieve. All right, we've been caught out of position. 16k to go. We need to move up right now because this road is super narrow and very, very steep. So Widerberg has been caught out of position, sadly for him, and only 62 riders at the front. This is going to be a really selective day as well, trying to move my guys to the front, and either Houlgaard or Tiller are good enough to sprint for this one. And it's a very steep, very uphill finish as well. I think I might go for Rasmus Tiller simply because he has a better acceleration stat. I'm not sure. Anyway, we do have a few moves here from other teams really trying to make it difficult. You know what? I've changed my mind. Rasmus Tiller is going to lead out Marcus Houlgaard in this one, and it is such a grueling finish. 50 riders in this group, and guys are dropping out all the time. As you can see at the very back, we'll try and put Houlgaard in a good position coming into the final kilometre, but we get absolutely swamped right there. We should have a bit of energy right now to try and come through if we can find a slot to do so. And Marcus Houlgaard is going to win in fine fashion. What a win that was out of absolutely nowhere as well. Wow, that was some way to start off this race. Sean Bennett was second, but Marcus Houlgaard came through in the end. Really, really nice job right there. Not sure how we won it so comfortably as well. And we do have a nice little time gap as well to everyone in the GC. So maybe we can make this a goal as trying to win this race overall. And you know what? As we have the leader of the race, I do think the yellow jersey is going to take priority today. So Andersen, as he's on a poor day as well, is going to really, I think, give up on that KOM jersey. But we're going to go all in now to try and hold on and win this race with Marcus Houlgaard. And of course, what that does mean is we have to try and control the front of the race, and we're finding that a little difficult right now because still 3 minutes to that early breakaway, including Nico Roach, so a pretty strong group up the roads. But to be fair to the boys, an unreal job. We have been all day on the front, and the breakaway are going to be caught with around 20k to go. Houlgaard looking very good as well. We enter the really decisive climb on the day, to be fair. Right at the front, we're just going to try and protect against any attacks right now. Widerberg trying to lead up Marcus Houlgaard, and hopefully the likes of Nairo Man don't try anything. And as soon as I say that, there goes Nairo Quintana. We can't follow that, obviously. He's a much better pure climber than us. We just have to hope we can catch him after this climb. But a sublime ride by Jonas Widerberg right now. Nairo Man has about 20 seconds. He is clear though solo. 13k to go. I feel like we can catch him. 8k to go. The likes of Superman Lopez, Ruben Fernandez are really feeling a bit nervous with Naira Man up the road. They're going to try and bridge that gap. Unable to though. And Quintana still holding on. Just 6.5k to go right now. What a ride this is by the Colombian. But only 10 seconds. 8 seconds, he's about to be caught. And you have to say an unbelievable ride by our guys today. Videberg has done all of that work pretty much. Now we need to control as Wilco Kelderman tries to launch an attack. Only 3k to go. Rasmus Tiller is going to lead out Marcus Houlgaard, our clear leader at this race. Only 21 riders, now 44 right at the front. Let's slowly up this then with Rasmus Tiller up to 99. Pretty much downhill from here to the finish. Here goes Houlgaard. Here's Schachmann, Kelderman on our wheel. Here we go. Going for the line with Marcus Houlgaard. Can we beat the likes of Maxi Schachmann with Rasmus Tiller? No, we can't. But can Marcus Houlgaard? Yes, we can. 2 out of 2 here in France for Uno X. Let's go. I mean, to outsprint Maxi Schachmann is no mean feat at all. Marcus Houlgaard is on unreal form right now, it has to be said. And just for your information, guys, I am playing this on Extreme. It's actually a bit harder than standard Extreme. I've altered the difficulty myself. I do have a video on that. I'll leave a link in the top right now if you want to go and watch. But I think holding on for the win today is going to be super difficult because we have a really tough final climb. The likes of Naira Man no doubt will attack, and only a 0 race day for Houlgaard. Gonna be tough, but we're gonna try our best. Yeah, so already we're just dropping through the group. We've actually been dropped by the very front of the race as well. We're going to try and move back on in this descent, but I think holding on for the win is kind of unrealistic here. So yeah, Houlgaard is going to start the final climb behind. We are just trying to push back on, but you can see plenty of riders up the road, some way ahead of us as well. And yeah, we're just going to try and fight for our best GC position. We are back on, but I think at the front we're already seeing Schachmann and the like attack. Only Schachmann attacking so far. Let's try and pace ourselves. So we are going to make a comeback on many riders, but yeah, there is just so many riders ahead of us. It's not going to be a good GC result at all for Marcus Houlgaard here. Maxi Schachmann is going to try and go and win the Tour de Haut Var, and he is going to, beating Lopez, Dan Martin, Emmerich Mas, Naira Man as well. What a ride by him, and you can see just how far back we are, sadly. In the end, we end the Tour de Haut Var with a 19th position with Marcus Houlgaard, 1 minute and 54 down, putting us 14th place in the GC. Nothing really there. We did take the points jersey though, great stuff. So we do end with 1 jersey and 2 stage victories, which I would have snapped your hand off for at the beginning of the race. It's here then, guys, the big objective of the episode. Omloop Het Nieuwsblad is here, and they want a top 5 as well. So I feel like that's going to be pretty tough to achieve. We're going to have to hope for a really good day from Marcus Houlgaard. Like I said, Houlgaard will be our big leader. It is a big objective of his as well. So hopefully he does have a good race day. We have the likes of Rasmus Tiller as well. Videberg, Halvorsen is here in case he's on a good day for a potential sprint. And looking as well at the main riders, Wout van Aert really headlines the main favourites. Away we go, guys. Omloop is here. Houlgaard gets a 0 race day. Tiller a +2. So I think those guys are going to be our dual leaders on the day. I would like to try and go in the breakaway though with Jonas Videberg. So let's put him up the road nice and early. He's on a really good day as well. Looking quickly at the start list as well, we have Van Aert, Stibar, Lampert as well for the Koenig. Instantly though, I am noticing there is no Matthew van der Poel, which is a big loss for the start list, but Sagan, Bettiol, still a top 5, going to be so tough. And so we have managed to form an 8-man breakaway 4 minutes up the road. So Videberg, I think, should be one of the strongest riders in this group, especially considering he's on that very nice +3 day. Oh my word, Gilbert and Langeveld have gone down early on. Phil Gilbert, probably Lotto's leader. A few more guys as well, tripping over the fallers further back. That is not good news for those 3 riders. Oh my word, and even worse news because Rasmus Tiller has fallen alongside Heinrich Hausler, one of our leaders on the day. This is not ideal so early in the race. That also is going to force Mads Pedersen to withdraw from Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. That is a massive blow as well for Trek Segafredo. No, it's going from bad to worse. Marcus Houlgaard punctures on the next cobbled sector. Guys, I don't believe this. I really don't. Luckily, the tempo isn't really completely on just yet, but energy we just don't want to spend this early in the race. Meanwhile, up front, the race is going just fine for Jonas Widerberg, and he could even become our leader because of the bad luck our leaders have had so far early on. Hopefully, though, we've got all the bad luck out of the way early. 60k to go in this one. You have to say, the race hasn't really opened up just yet. With Widerberg up the roads, I don't think we really need to do anything just now. I may try and attack up Tim fairly soon, but his energy looks great so far. Now Pippo Ganna on the front for the Ineos Grenadiers. I think their leader must be Dylan van Baarle here today, but really the race has just started to really press on. 50 riders at the front. We do have a split. Some guys will come back on, but we need to stay very aware from this point until the finish line. Oh my word, the tempo is on massively right now. We literally have 33 riders at the front, and it is so stretched out. Our guys, though, I must say, despite the falls, look really, really good. With Widerberg up the road as well, maybe he can start to drop back to this group. In fact, we'll sit up with Widerberg. It's not really worth pressing on right now, and the tempo is so high with Ganna still on the front for Ineos, and he's trying to attack, is he? No, he's just setting a really, really hard rhythm. In the end, though, it's only Sagan who has gone up the road. 26k still to go here. I think we can just sit in again, as these guys, I think, are going to bring back Sagan for us. Okay, so this is where the race is going to light up, guys. We enter the Kapel Muur right now. We have Yves Lampert, Pollitt, Stibart as well. Let's go straight up to 92 with Rasmus Tiller. 95. Let's see if we can continue at this tempo for the entire Kapel Muur. But here we go. Look at this. Stibart, Van Aert, Van Baarle, they're gone. They are attacking so aggressively right now. Can we follow with our guys? Rasmus Tiller is doing his best. Let's just try and attack up to them. Try and stay there. Rasmus Tiller is struggling so much to do that. All of our guys are, to be fair. And can we stay to the front of this race? We're not quite going to. Benoot, Sagan, Van Marke, Van Baarle, Stibart and Van Aert are up the roads. They're not working together though, which means we can hopefully get back on here with Widerberg and Marcus Hoelgaard, who is going to be the leader out of these guys though. Let's just try and press onto them right now with Jonas Widerberg and try and keep Hoelgaard here. But look at these guys. Look at the speeds with which they're travelling over these cobbles. It is unbelievable. And this could be our top 5 gone and out the window. Alright, there you go. We have Widerberg, Hoelgaard in a group with Janssen as well. Another Norwegian. Perfect for us. Is Widerberg gone? Please don't be gone, my friend. Please don't be gone. It looks like he is. And up the roads, we need to hope these guys just stop and look at each other, because we are almost a minute down and we are really struggling. We're going to wait for our mate as well, Widerberg, I think. We can't really press on whilst he's just behind. I mean, Allaire, Pasqualon, Lampert, Youngles, they're not going to come back on right now. I think, guys, we are going to be fighting for next best 7th place, as Sepp van Marke looks to be on his way to the win. I mean, we've relied upon Grondal Janssen for a little while here, to be fair, and I am planning something here. 4k to go. Oh, those guys attacking though just up the road. We're not going to be able to catch them, I'm afraid. And can we make a little dig here with Marcus Hoelgaard? Try to catch them if we can. Drop Grondal Janssen as well, whilst Widerberg can sit on his wheel, but we're not going to be able to reach that group up the roads. And it is going to be Sepp van Marke. Or is it? It's going to be Wout van Aert just beating Peter Sagan to Omloop Het Nieuwsblad here today. And we're going to finish in a very strong 7th place, which I cannot complain about one bit with Marcus Hoelgaard. But sadly, we are going to miss the sponsor objective. 7th and 8th place by Hoelgaard and Widerberg. What a ride by our guys today. Oh, guys, we gave it our best for that top 5. 7th and 8th. 2 riders in the top 10. And I think we can be really proud of our efforts today. When you look at the 6 riders that beat us, all unbelievable World Tour riders of fantastic ability. Nice to have another Norwegian in our group as well. But Widerberg and Hoelgaard, they can be so proud of their effort for sure. We beat the likes of Nils Pollitt, Alberto Bettiol. Really, really good race from us today. On we go then to the Royal Bernard Drôme Classic. A really, really hilly one today. And Schachmann, that man again in France, is going to be here trying to deny us. But we have really a B team here, trying to give some chances to other riders. Torsten Train and probably Jakob Hinskell Madsen, the 20-year-old, could be our leaders today. We will start today then by trying to go in the breakaway with Jonas Abrahamsson, and hopefully he can really help out our leaders later on in the day. I'm not sure it really looks like it, but there are so many short little hills in this profile, making this a super difficult race already. Still, we have 60k to go, and I think definitely Torsten Train looks like our leader. So right now, Jeroen Jerome Kuzan is up front ahead solo. We only have 23 riders here. It's been a really difficult race so far. Some very good riders are out the back as well. Torsten Train, though, looking pretty good, I have to say. So we have 15k to go right now, and we are approaching this climb. You know what? I'm going to try it right here. Ida Anderson is done for their day. Torsten Train is going to try a move right now. Daryl Impey tries to follow. Let's try and continue this with Daryl over the top of this climb. And we have created a little separation right here, but only 15 seconds. We need Impey to work with us right now. Sadly, we're bought in though, 11k to go, and that could be a costly move with some very tricky hills coming up. So we have Binyam Gamai here as well. Christophe Laporte is trying to launch something, and we're just trying to hold the wheels right now with Torsten Train. Only 8k to go. Aaron Buru is struggling to hold that wheel though. We look pretty good on Binyam Gamai's wheels. Christophe Laporte, one of the guys who could win this in a sprint pretty easily, trying to go clear himself. So I have decided to take the wheel of Maxi Schachmann. This is where Torsten Train is going to try and stay. I think Schachmann probably the favourite for this race. So if we can hold his wheel, we're going to be in a good place. But right now, 4k to go. We need to make sure we're staying right to the front here as Bargill trying to follow Eddie Dunbar. And there is a split. We've been caught a bit too far back for my liking. Can we take Tony Gallopin's wheel? This is too difficult. 3k to go. Rudy Millard looking good to win the Royal Bernard Drôme Classic. I think we're going to be fighting for a top 5 here today, sadly. Now Laporte is working for Nathan Haas, and we're going to have to try and sprint for this one into the final kilometre up the road. Rudy Millard is going to win ahead of, I think, Aaron Buru and Daryl Impey. Can we finish in the top 10? If nothing else, no. Our sprint is just not quite good enough. Good effort by Torsten Train, good showing today, but sadly no real result to show from it. The second part to Belgium's opening weekend is here. Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. I think we're going to go with an identical team to our Omloop lineup. Let's see if this time we can maybe get a top 5. Brilliant. So Hoelgaard gets a -4 day. I think in that case we're going to try and ride for Christopher Halvorsen, if not Rasmus Tiller for a potential sprint. But also Videberg, guess where he is? Up the roads in the breakaway. Alright, so most of the cobbles are now done. Only 32 riders at the very front. I'm not going to do any pulling though, because we still have the likes of Giacomo Nizzolo. Very quick riders in this group. Wout van Aert as well, of course. So Videberg trying to stay with the guys at the very front of the race, just to make sure we don't need to do any pulling until later on in the race. So we have managed to keep Halvorsen over the main efforts of the day, but he really doesn't have much energy at all right now, so I'm not sure if he's going to be competitive. Rasmus Tiller looks unbelievable as Videberg is finally going to be dropped from those guys at the very head of the race, I think, just about clinging on for now. 30k to go then. Videberg has dropped back. We are now seeing a few guys try some moves, and I can see Kasper Asgreen is up there trying to get away. We need to react to that. We cannot let Asgreen get near to the front of the race, and so is Wout van Aert as well. Right, so the breakaway have been caught. You know what? Kasper Asgreen is trying something here. I'm going to try and follow with Tiller. I'm going to try and mark out the likes of Kasper Asgreen with Rasmus Tiller, maybe Hofstetter, Van Aert as well. If he can follow, that would be brilliant if we can form a small group up the roads. The rest of our guys are literally just sitting in this group trying to conserve energy, whilst Rasmus Tiller is trying to follow every move he can at the front of this race. There are constant attacks right now. Now we have Russo, Moscon and Dimitri Claes attacking Rasmus Tiller. Try and follow these guys at the front of the race. Oh my word, guys, this is so attacking. There have been constant attacks throughout this phase of the race. Rasmus Tiller is doing his very best to try and follow as many moves as he can. We'll try and get Scarset to the front as well. He can try and help out Rasmus Tiller too. Halvorsen, I'm not sure he's going to have the energy here. However, with 4k to go in this race, I do think we have a sprint of some kind on our hands. 35 riders are here. Tiller is here. Halvorsen trying to move up to his teammates. I'm not sure he quite has the energy. Not sure any of our guys too, to be fair, after all of this attacking over the final 30k of this race. Here comes Rasmus Tiller to the front. It's too early to go though. 1k to go. Here we go. Rasmus Tiller going for the line. Can he win Kuurne? Can Halvorsen win it? Rasmus Tiller doing his best, but it is going to be Casebolt, I think, winning Kuurne. Brussels-Kuurne this year. 4th place though for Rasmus Tiller. A really, really valiant effort by the team here today. Tell you what, guys, Rasmus Tiller is a proper racer. This man attacking all day long in that final 30 kilometres, and then had the sprint in the end to beat the likes of Wout van Aert, Jake Stewart as well. Really strong ride, but Casebolt wins Kuurne. The Belgian Classics only continue. There's a man here today. I could already see Asgreen, Seneschal and Stibar for De Koning. This is going to be quite difficult, I think it's fair to say. Pretty similar lineup for us yet again. This time I decided to throw Hoelgaard to the front of the race. He has a nice +4 day today. I can see the Baloise Trek Lions up here represented, SEG, we have Beat Cycling as well, some good riders up the roads, and yeah, we'll see how this plays out later on. One rider I've got my eye on though is Adam Yates. Adam, what's your plan? How are you going to win this race? I'm surprised, I'm going to say, to see Adam Yates here. I'll tell you guys, it is so important to put a rider up the road early in these Belgian classics, especially if you're a smaller team, because it means you don't need to do any chasing throughout the entire day, and it does mean a lot of other teams have to as well. Look at our energy. We all look pretty good. Only 87 riders are here, so quite a few riders have been dropped, and we only have 40k to go in the race, and we haven't pulled a single turn in the peloton. So good effort from Hoelgaard, but he is going to be the final rider left in the breakaway. However, as he enters the final lap, he is going to be caught. I think we should maybe think about trying to launch some attacks, as these guys are doing. Oh, 11k to go. Zdenek Stibar has launched a move right now. Can we bridge up to him with someone? You know what? Why not try? Why not try? Marcus Hoelgaard is going to instead actually follow Christophe Laporte, whilst Rasmus Tiller probably needs to try and follow some moves as well. So we have 7k to go, and I think we may as well try here. Rasmus Tiller is going to launch an attack. We have Florian Seneschal as well trying to follow this move. Christophe Laporte is here. He's a very quick finisher. I'm not sure if it's going to be a good move to bring him to the line with us, so we'll sit up with Tiller. And look at that, Laporte doesn't want to pull through. Cannot believe why he's doing that. Maybe we can go instead with Marcus. Let's go right now. Marcus Hoelgaard trying to win Le Samyn here today. Big move. Laporte and Case Bowl, the only riders who can follow. Oh boy, but two very good sprinters have followed us on this occasion. It's not going to be a win if we play it like this either. 3k to go. I'll follow Case Bowl. He has to pull through in this situation. Even Casper Asgreen. Surely these guys are going to pull through. I cannot believe this. Cannot believe it. Everything is going to come back together right now. 1.8k to go. 22 riders in this group to fight for Le Samyn here today. Here we go. We'll attack with Rasmus Tiller up to 99. Marcus Hoelgaard trying to win Le Samyn here today. Oh my word. Are we going to do it? Marcus Hoelgaard wins Le Samyn. What a finish to that race we had. We tried to attack, but in the end we take it in a sprint. Let's go. A result I did not expect in the slightest, but I will not complain at all. I mean, I don't understand why the likes of Laporte and Asgreen wouldn't relay when we created a smaller group. Obviously, after I'm done, I have no red left. I can't pull any longer. I need someone else to come through. If they're not going to, the group is never going to succeed. Nonetheless, we get our own back for winning in a sprint here. Okay, just 2 more races left in this episode. We will play the GP Jean-Pierre Monseré and then this race in the Netherlands. I think both for the sprinters. Let's see how we do. Christopher Halvorsen will be our leader as well throughout these couple of races, but today a poor -1 day really is going to set him back, I think. And that will particularly be the case against the likes of Ewan, Sagan, Groenewegen as well. Really difficult start list. Alright, 6k to go. I'm not quite sure about my sprint train here because Anders Garset is on such a strong day. Look at him. He has a +3 taking him to 77 flat, but Rodenberg behind 70 flat on the day. Looks to be working just fine for now though. We then have Marcus Hoelgaard who will lead out Christopher Halvorsen today despite that -day. If not, I can maybe switch to Marcus Hoelgaard as our leader. But here we go, up to 99. We'll go with Rodenberg. We'll go with Hoelgaard shortly as well. And then Halvorsen on his teammate's wheel. Here we go, Halvorsen going for the line. Can we challenge Sagan or Ewan or Groenewegen? We're going to come close, but it will be Caleb Ewan. No surprise winning today. Halvorsen though, a very strong podium finish here. So I'm actually going to give a couple of other riders a chance here today in the Netherlands. Warensgold, really talented rider. Good sprinter as well as maybe Hoelgaard, Russell or Rodenberg. Let's see. Check out the race days. Looking at things as well, I feel like this is a winnable race. We have Groenewegen here, also Jasper Philipsen, but you never know. Warensgold on decent form, I think we'll sprint with him. Now Jan-Willem van Schip is going on the attack for Beat Cycling, but luckily I think we can control things pretty sensibly right now. Warensgold looking pretty good until he was dropped off the wheel of Nicholas Larsson up the road. That is not ideal. Come on, Warrenskold, get back on ASAP. But anyway, we have just 3K to go now, just under that. Daniel Hoelgaard is going to be leading out today. Let's go right now. We're blocked off by our own team just a little. We need to try and make up for lost ground here. Here comes Nicholas Larsson leading out Soren Warrenskold into the final kilometre. Here we go, going for the line. Can we beat Dylan Groenewegen? It's gonna be close, but Philipsen and Groenewegen just too strong for us today. Another third place, but really happy to be competing against these guys really well. Again, really solid sprinting by our team. Our lead out is exceptional. We have so many riders with great flat stats, good sprinters as well, and Soren Warrenskold looks like a really talented rider. However, that is where we will leave today's episode. I think we'll come back for the copy at Bartley. Then we have the Panna Dwarsdorf Vlaanderen as well. Then we're heading into April with Shelder Priest, the Sprinters Classic 2. I also want to show you the rankings very quickly. Halvorsen is the best rider so far this season in Conti races. Super prestige as well. Him and Marcus Hoelgaard really doing well for us in the team standings too. We're the best Conti team so far, just ahead of Team Sapura Cycling. And we're also well in the top 10 of Super Prestige. Really having a great season. But guys, that is where we're going to leave today's episode. Really hope you enjoyed. As always, drop a like on the video if you did. Drop a sub on the channel as well if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.